Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to my top 19 Junior Eurovision Song Contest songs of 2021. So if you have been following my channel recently, I have eventually got around to reviewing and reacting to all of this year's Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2021 entries. And it's been a really good journey. I really enjoyed it. I'm extremely surprised about how much this contest has moved forward since the last time I engaged with it. It seems to have come on heaps and bounds in regards to the talent, the standard of the songs, the vocals. It seems that all 19 songs are sending really credible artists, really credible songs, and it's actually been a pleasure to react and review to these songs. So obviously this is Junior Eurovision and these are children. Now, I'm not even kind of trying to be kind by saying this, but none of these songs I do not like. There is something in all of these songs which actually I do like, but I have to be able to kind of make an objective sound top 19. I have been listening to the album for all 19 songs and I haven't skipped any of them. I walk to and fro from work and it's about a kind of 40-minute journey. So I've listened to these songs a few times and there is something in all of them that I do like. So with further ado, let's have a look at my top 19. So the song that I don't connect with the most, and won't be any surprise if you've seen my reaction videos, and that is Ireland. I love the fact that he's singing Irish, and I'm fully aware that Ireland at Junior Eurovision have been singing in Gaelic, which I think is fantastic. And the video's fun, the video's energetic, and you do get infused as well off of his energy as you watch the music video. I think he's going to bring that energy to Paris. But for me, in regards to all of the other songs, there's nothing in there that kind of hooks me in. And it's one of the few songs that actually I haven't, when I've listened to it, been like, oh, I want to listen to that again, which for a lot of these songs, that's happened. Number 18 is Bulgaria, Denislava and Martin with A Voice of Love. This is a nice song. These are two really good performers with lovely voices that gel really nicely in their harmonies. I think as I've been listening to all the songs, I think the part of the song where it goes da 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 da, but that for me is just a slight disconnect. I think in regards to the other slower songs or the other songs that I would class as anthemic, because I do think that this is anthemic to a point, I don't think it stands up as much. I've not, again, when I've listened to it, pressed back to listen to it again. It picks up at the end, but I think by that point it's a little bit too late. I do quite like the wooden flute. What is that instrument? I cannot think of its name, but I do like that. I think that's quite nice. And obviously it's a lovely touch that Victoria, Bulgaria's 2021 Adult Eurovision and 2020 Adult Eurovision entry, makes an appearance in the video, but on listens, on 19 songs altogether, on a playlist back to back, not coming out through for me as much as the other songs in regards to the ones that I really like. So that takes us to 17. So 17 is Kazakhstan. I do love the fact that Kazakhstan are showcasing disabled artists, disabled children. I think it's fantastic that they are showcased and they are visible and people can obviously see that that's happening to inspire people with or without disabilities to effectively, you know, you can do anything. The song itself is okay. I mean, the main vocal, the singing vocal, is very good. That's the one thing that clearly stands out the more I've listened to that song, is he's got an extremely good vocal. It doesn't feel like it's written for children, and I feel like the children's voice on top of this track doesn't quite gel. Again, similar to kind of Bulgarian Ireland, why those songs aren't higher is because there's not a hook in there that makes me A, sing it again after I've listened to it, but B, want to listen to it again instantly. So 16 is Malta with Ica and Kajaia, My Home. This is a nice song. And this is a song written for young people. It just, unfortunately, I mean, it's a good song. And I think that's what I really want to stress, that this year has blown me away in regards to not only the talent, but the quality of these songs and the fact that I've enjoyed listening to these songs. It just so happens there are other ones that I like more. So yeah, I don't really have anything else more to say in regards to that justification, but it's a good song. And the one thing that we can guarantee with Malta is their singers can sing live. So, you know, they're going to be sending competent performers to do Malta proud on the stage. And a good live performance can change everything. Number 15 is Serbia with Jebrea and Dunya with Children's Eyes. Now, if you see my reaction video, I basically say there's something about the song that I love. It's the chorus. And there is this kind of, and I like the string instruments behind. I love the fact that it feels slightly ethnic, slightly Balkan, and that really comes through in the chorus. Where it loses me is just the verses, particularly the second verse. It goes on far too long. At the beginning of the song, I would have preferred, just for instant hook, like instantaneous gripping at the beginning of the song, I would have preferred them to be singing. They've got really good harmonies together. When they sing together, it's really, really good. When they do the recaps, the snippets back to back, the snippet of this chorus it's just unbelievably catchy. It's an earworm, it stays in your head. So just having that snippet back to back in the run-throughs is going to help this song, in my opinion. I just feel it's a missed opportunity. I feel that the verses, had they been stronger, this would have performed slightly better. So number 14, and this is when it does get quite difficult. So for 14, I've got Portugal, Saor Oliveira with his song O Rapaz. I love the kind of mature tone in his voice and the musical theatre-esque-ness in his voice. And I really like the chorus and I really like the end of the song. I think this is going to surprise people, and I've just seen the running order, he's last. And I'm assuming that's going to totally be in his favour, just like it kind of would at Eurovision, right? It's the last song that people are going to remember. And it's not like Eurovision where there's 26 songs. So by the time it gets to the 26th song, you kind of reach Eurovision fatigue. Because I can think of countless songs that have finished the finals at Eurovision and not done well. And I think it is because 26 songs, people do get kind of fatigued by the end of it. There's only 19 songs, so I feel that this is going to play to his advantage. Regrettably for me, I just think that in regards to predicting how he's going to do this weekend in the finals in Paris, I just think that the song just takes a little bit too long to get going, because by the time you get to the end, you actually realise it's quite a quality song. And I love the fact that it sounds Portuguese and they're bringing in Portuguese instruments into the production. I really like that, and it really does elevate the song for me. I think for a lot of people, I can imagine this to be quite low down. I can't imagine younger voters going for this song. And I think for me, it's higher maybe because I'm an adult and I have more of an adult's ear. I can imagine if I kind of see young people ranking these songs, this probably wouldn't be as high as 14. Please let me know. If you're a young person and you like that song, I'd love to know. So at number 13, I have Azerbaijan with Sona, Azizova, One of Those Days. I think this song is a really, really credible song. And if you've seen my reaction video, you will see that I kind of say that the formula of the song is really familiar, particularly from being from the UK and having shows like X Factor, like Pop Idol, whereby the winner releases a winning song and it's normally a ballad. It is very that. And that's not a bad thing. This formula has been extremely successful in the past, and I think this song is going to do well. I'm familiar with this sound, but I don't know whether this sound is common with the younger generation. Maybe it's being recycled, but for me, this sound has been repackaged a lot. I think she is fantastic. I think she's got a fantastic voice. She's in the second half. in regards to she's performing in 14th, which is going to help it. I think the jury's going to enjoy this because purely on the voice alone, she's one of the best vocalists this year. And I think she is going to do well with online voters. I think it probably is in regards to commercially and more of a kind of popular sound. She's going to pick up quite a few online voters as well. But I think if I was going to vote, I think I would subconsciously have a third one that's slightly slower. It would be very easy in this lineup to go all bops, all high tempo numbers. I don't know whether subconsciously I might, for my third one, go for a slower song. And I think in regards to credibility, radio friendly, more popular, in the sense of more people liking this sound, I think this is probably going to outdo all of the other slower songs in regards to online voting. So I think this is going to do better than my placing. But for me personally, it's just a sound that I've come to hear quite a lot. And it's a sound that keeps being repackaged. But it keeps getting repackaged because it's a successful formula. And whilst I've heard it quite a few times, I'm sure there'll be plenty of young people that haven't. So I think this is going to do well. So number 12 goes to Ukraine, Elena Yusenko with Vasil. Now this song has improved for me based on my original reaction. It just slightly runs out of steam for me near the end. I'm with it 2/3 of the way, and then I kind of get what I need from the song in the first 2/3. For me, I think, you know, it's so obvious that she is super, super talented. She's got an amazing voice. I was fortunate in my reactions to see the live version. I didn't see the music video. At the end of the day, you will always be rewarded from the jury. The jury is made up of music professionals and children, but they are going to reward this voice. And I think they're going to reward this sound. At the end of the day, there are some songs in here that I think probably sound more mature than majority of the others, and for that reason alone it's going to stand out. Number 11, higher than I really thought it would be when I reacted to it, but number 11 is Germany, Pauline, Imagine Us. I know, obviously, if I kind of went into an adult setting and I was like, well, what do you think of this song? In an adult setting, I'm sure some adults would say it's really, really kiddie pop with extra bubbles, bubbles, bubbles and bubbles on top. But there is something about that chorus, isn't there? Like last night as I was going to bed, I was lying there, and it just, out of all the songs this year, that song just, I couldn't get it out of my head. The chorus alone for me means that shot right up to number 11 based on my criteria. I particularly don't think it's going to do as high as number 11 if I'm going to kind of predict. I've seen the running order, she's on first, which is such a tough gig, even in adult Eurovision with professionals who sing day in, day out, who have opened up Eurovision, whether it be the final or the semi-finals. You can hear the nerves in their voice. That is such a tough gig. And with 19 songs, yes, it's not as many as 26 songs, but it's still enough to be slightly forgotten, particularly seeming that first half is just full with boppy songs by female vocalists. It doesn't stand up against those songs. It's just that chorus. But by the time we get to the end of that 19th song, is that chorus gonna, I don't know, in the recap, when they recap the songs, if they take that snippet of that chorus, but I like it. So yeah, thank you, Pauline, for sending a song that makes me smile. And certainly lifts me up in the mornings when I'm there with my coffee, walking to work at 6 in the morning. Okay, and then number 10, so actually my top 10, these are officially the songs which I've now transferred from the kind of junior Eurovision album playlist to an actual playlist that I listen to in my own time and stuff. So number 10, Spain, Levi, Diaz, Reir. Great song. The song is an extremely polished song in regards to its production. I love the first third. It's layers upon layers, and it builds in regards to adding in instruments. And then we get to the chorus, that kind of traditional Spanish chorus that we've heard at times in adult Eurovision over the past. I had reservations about kind of how this was going to be staged, because in the music video you have the dancers dancing, and again I was a bit critical about that as well. In comparisons to France, I just didn't feel that the choreography was as slick or as polished or as professional as France, so I hope that's tightened up a little bit. But I wasn't sure whether he was going to himself partake in that dancing or whether he was just going to stand there, because you know Georgia and France, these are two dynamic, enthusiastic performers where you just drawn in. They don't have to dance for you to be drawn in. And whilst Levi's got an extremely infectious smile, and when I have watched that music video, I smile as well because it's so infectious. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but I have seen a snippet. I don't know how I've seen it, either social media or on YouTube, where he's arrived at the airport in Paris and he's with the backing dancers and he does dance. So I think he is bringing choreography. I think they have taught him the choreography. So if he's able to sing, because he's got a good voice, an upbeat number while doing choreo, then the dude deserves to be top 5, like legend status, because yeah, adult professionals even struggle with that. For me, this is the hardest one to predict. It's going to do well, but it's whether it's going to be middle of the board or whether it's going to be higher, and I just need to see it on stage. This could be not a dark horse for a win. I think they're just stronger songs this year, but I think that this could surprise people by doing better than I think some people think it might. Okay, number 9 goes to what I'm now calling my new home country, Italia. Elisabetta, Lizza with Specchio, Mirror on the Wall. Great song, and actually once you get through all 19 and you go back, this one is elevated even more. You actually think, in comparison to the others, it stands out in regards to its sound. I can't believe she's 12. The sound of her voice, but also in the music video itself, I never would have put that. Had I known she was 12, I think I would have been even more in awe and wowed in my reaction video. And it really does build, and by the end of it you think, okay, wow, that did take me somewhere, and you do enjoy the whole 3 minutes. If they bring the idea to the music video onto the stage, I think what we're going to have then is something visual which will complement her and the song, which will elevate the song. There is a reality where I think this could do really, really well. I think it's going to do really well with online voters, and I think it's going to do really, really well with the jury. I think this is a real shot for top 3, because it is a sound that is different. There's a lot of songs, even for me, that are higher, that are pop, that are bops, that are bubble sweet, and then you've got this. So I think music professionals are going to award this quite highly, because I think it is a really credible, radio-friendly sound that is well written. As a result of that, I think it will be rewarded, and I think there'll be a lot of young people out there that will be into this sound. So number 8, for me, if you've seen my music, if you've seen my reaction videos, you won't be surprised. Number 8 for me goes to Netherlands, Ayana. I just have a personal connection with this song. I said in my reaction that, you know, living away from home and friends in the last 2.5 years, first in India, now in Italy, hope to see you soon, she keeps saying, doesn't she? And I know I'm overthinking the message of the song. I know the song's not about that, but it's just such a sweet melody with a kind of an angelic voice, and it's very simple in its production, and that message comes through for me. And for that alone, you know, I have a connection with this song. It is really, her voice is sweet, it's not powering. The song is sweet. The only reason why I say that is looking at the running order, she comes straight after Azerbaijan, who is sending a powerhouse of a vocal and a more radio-friendly, a more kind of commercially polished song. And as a result, I'm a bit nervous about Netherlands. I kind of thought it would kind of do okay, maybe middle of the road. I'm just worried that that running order is going to crush this song. Because for me, I love it. I mean, it's in my top 8. But I do have my reservations now, looking at this running order, how high up this board Netherlands are going to do following Azerbaijan. But Ayana, I like it. there is something about this song that I find, and I'm going to use the word magical, and I'm not trying to use a Disney reference there. There is something quite magical there, and I have a personal connection with this song, so thank you. Number 7, right, 1 to 7. I cannot stress how much my order from 1 to 7 changed walking home today. All of these songs, genuinely, it was really hard to like differentiate between them. So number 7 for me is France, Enzo, Tic Tac. Now, if you've seen my reaction video, you'll know that I kind of said, I bet you by the end of this day that song is in my head, and I download it, and that's exactly what happened. It's just an unbelievable earworm, and what I do love is it is sending a song that's a particular genre, electro swing, and as a result of that, it does stand out. And also, because it's a genre, and it's very, I think, competitive in that genre, it's gonna do really, really well with the juries. And I think there is a huge market out there for online voters. I think this song is so good. When it comes on, when I'm really tired in the morning, I smile. When I'm on my way home after work and I'm so tired, I pick up the pace of my walking when this song comes on. It is an extremely infectious song, and you can see in the music video this kid is like a dynamite in the sense of his enthusiasm, his charisma. He is going to sell this song, and the music video, you know you're going to be captivated by his performance on the night. The choreography in the video is slick. I can only assume they're going to bring that. I love it. It's a great song. This is such a strong year, and as an adult, saying, you know, I have voluntarily downloaded these songs to listen to outside of Junior Eurovision, that says something. So this song, just the energy of the song, and I like electro swing, and like I said, I actually quite like this genre, and so as a result of that, I'm downloading it, so I must be saying I really like this song. Right, number 6, Albania, Anna, Stand By You. It's that blimmin', you got the pre-chorus where it's sickly sweet, and then it goes the beat. I want to record that, put it on my phone, and listen to that all day. When that part of the song comes on, that is musical production, musical writing, masterclass at its best. I am hooked in. So if I could take that, I'm not discrediting the rest of the song. It wouldn't be as high as 6. It would be down with Serbia in regards to parts of the song that I like, parts that I don't. I like the whole song. Here's where I think I like it. Number 6, there's something about this song I cannot get out of my brain. What I'm slightly worried about, if you back to back put Russia, Poland, Armenia and Albania's music videos side by side, I am slightly worried that with Armenia and Malena's presence there, raising the game, and when I say raising the game, I mean professionalism. Malena seems like, I mean, I know a little bit more about her now, but she seems like a recording artist, an adult recording artist that's ready for adult Eurovision. When you watch Albania's music video, this is, bless her, rightfully so, Anna, she is a child giving a child's performance. Poland, you look at the vocals, that kind of mature vocal, it's obviously needing to mature. Where Malena gives professionalism, Poland gives kind of vulnerable professional. You can see in 5 years time they're going to be there, but there's enough raw talent there to kind of get you in. And then Russia, well, evidently, if you look at that music video, there's so much money being thrown at that. Is this just going to be swamped by people being absorbed by professionalism, Armenia, being absorbed by voice, Poland, being absorbed by, I can only imagine, amazing staging and production by Russia? The advantage she has is she's in the second half. She will follow all the other ones. So they'll have already gone. And actually looking down, it'll be the last female vocalist giving a female boppy song. And she's the first half of the second act. Her placing is perfect. I just don't know whether it's going to stand up to the others, because I love it. Like, I love it. It's an amazing song. And there's no rational there's no rational reason, rhyme, reason, whatever the saying is behind why. Sometimes you connect with a song, sometimes you don't. And there's something about this song that I connected to immediately. Right, where do I go from there? 5. Okay, so for me, if this list, and it is, when it goes to 7 to 1, it then just has to go down to connections with songs. For me, number 5 is Armenia, Malena, Qami. I genuinely think Armenia is gonna win. I'm not even trying to say that to pacify her fans. She is so evidently a professional, and what I've seen on YouTube, she's extremely successful in Armenia. She's so rehearsed. It's like she's been doing this for 100 years, and every day of those years she's been a pop star. I just can't see, first of all, the jury is just gonna lap that up. Second of all, I've also seen her live. She's great live. I wasn't sure whether she could sing live, but I can now see that she has. I've seen a video of the dancers in rehearsals. The dancing is going to be amazing. All they need to do is replicate the music video on stage, and it's going to be so, there's 1 or 2 songs that could give it a run for its money, but it's going to be difficult. I think it's Armenia's to lose. You know, ultimately, bless her, she's also got this whole backstory. She was supposed to do it last year with an extremely competitive song. Had she gone, some people would say that she would have won last year. She couldn't go due to political reasons, you know, and that was obviously taken away from her, something out of her control. And I think the whole of Armenia is behind her, and it's more than that. I've seen so many things on YouTube where for pretty much bar 1 or 2, this is the winner. I'm not saying this isn't gonna win. It's a song could be an adult Eurovision tomorrow and do well. It's a song that could be on the radio now. Like, this is a polished, professional package that Armenia is sending, and it's a package that every other country is gonna really struggle to beat. Okay, number 4 goes to, my number 4 is Georgia's Nico with Let's Count the Smiles. This song has just grown and grown from strength to strength since I reviewed this song. Like, every time I listen to it, I find another aspect of the song that I think, that's quite clever. And I know some people are going to write this off straight away, but give it a listen. There's more going on here. I've commented a few times on other videos about his voice. Whoever's coached his voice for the recording has done a phenomenal job, because the way he sings that song and the dynamic elements he brings to his voice and the levels of his voice with the song, it adds to his performance. We've seen the music video. He is extremely charismatic. You can't help but be engaged in his performance. But what he does with his voice, and I saw the live performances when Georgia was picking its song. So when they were auditioning the first couple of episodes, I guess. And he's a really good singer, but also he's got that stage presence, that thing that he does in the music video, he does on stage for real. It's not like a director who has coached him throughout that music video. He's just being his kind of quirky self, which with this song, with the sound of this song, is a really, really, really good package that is going to be super competitive. I think with everything else, I can't see a world where this isn't top 5. I just love this song. It's such a good song. It's so feel good. It makes you smile. Let's count the smiles. Well, when I listen to it, I smile, so you can count that one, Nico. But I like it. And I think it's a credible song, how it's written. There is something credible about it. It's not just throwaway pop. And he's such a cool performer that this is going to do very, very well. Mark my words. But personal preference, top 4 starts off with Nico. So then that leaves 3 more countries: Russia, Poland, and North Macedonia. So my number 3 is Tanya from Russia with Mon Ami. Now, on instant listen, this song was instantaneous. It's got that kind of pop, radio ready sound that just makes you want to continue listening to it. The fact that they've brought in kind of musical elements from other regions is really clever. It just adds in that extra to the song, which keeps you intrigued. You've only got 3 minutes on stage, and you're going to have to keep, unless you've got an amazing melody from the beginning that just hooks people in, which this kind of does. It's almost a double whammy. It has that, but it also adds in other elements to keep you interested for the 3 minutes. If you watch my reaction video, you'll see that that Eastern music production I've heard a few times from pop music from Russia. It's extremely successful there, and I love it. So when I heard that, I was like, yes. What my reservations regarding Albania, I'm going to throw at Russia as well. The music video is expensive, but you don't get an idea from the music video how she's going to do as a performer. But I did see her national final performance, and she was actually quite good. But the video elevates it. So they need to think, there's obviously money behind this, so money's your oyster with this one. So they need to think how they can bring the ideas from the music video to the stage, because you are competing with, as I said, the professionalism. Armenia are going to be sending a kind of world-leading pop star with a pop song that's really competitive in mainstream charts. How do you compete with that? Russia can do it because the song is extremely catchy. It's going to do well with online voters, that I am sure. This song's great. I listen to it all the time. Number 2, and actually these two, whilst I love Georgia and whilst I love Russia, and I do repeat them a lot, these two, if I look at my Spotify counts, yeah, these two are streets ahead. But my number 2 is Poland. Sara is an absolute star, and I do think that if anyone's going to give Malena a run for her money, it's going to be Sara with that voice. Malena has an amazing voice, but her song requires more of a breathy vocal, where Sara, I mean, she just needs someone before she goes out on stage being like, sing like you've never sung before. But I've seen her live. I've seen a few videos now on YouTube of her singing live. She's got a phenomenal voice, and I've heard her sing this song live, and she has so much control in that voice. It's powerful, but she doesn't overdo it. So she's got a fantastic vocal, and she, like I said, she's got that vulnerability factor. This kind of like Leona Lewis entering a song contest. You can see that there is a diamond there, just needs to be given a chance. And Sara's that for me. She's not the polished package like Malena, but you can see that there is a diamond there. The song, oh my goodness, this song is so unbelievably good. It is everything that is right in Disney sounding. It is everything right in any song that has a positive message, has positivity to it. And when it gets to the end of the song, I'm just gutted that the 3 minutes are ended, and I keep wanting to listen to it again. I've listened to the song so many times on repeat because you just want to listen to it more. This is a phenomenal song, and I do think there are maybe chances of some of the songs that I've already mentioned maybe giving Malena a chance, but none of them are realistic. This is an outside shot. If she sings this live as I've seen her sing it, let's see what Poland does with the staging. If Poland has won before twice, they obviously know how to stage this. They need to give Sara the best possible chance, because we know Armenia is just going to be bringing quality. We know they're going to be bringing professionalism on the stage. So Poland are going to have to meet that, because they've got the singer, they've got the song. It could be just down to the minor things like the staging. But I think Poland's got a real good shot, and I love this song, love it. So that's my number 2. So number 1, to be honest, from the moment I listened to it, I almost knew what my number 1 was going to be at that moment. I have had this weird spiritual, religious connection to this song, and it's got nothing to do with the theme of the song, which is climate change, which I will admit is extremely important. But let's call it. It is 4 kids singing about climate change. What is it about this song that makes me so unbelievably gripped? It's one of those things, one of those unspeakable things. I've tried to dissect it. I have no idea. I mean, for me, it's the only song that is genuinely, to a point, ethnic. There is a cultural sound there, a Balkan flavour, and oh my goodness, do I not love that? Oh my goodness, do I mourn the fact that we are losing that from adult Eurovision to the point where it's almost extinct. But the chorus is so anthemic. I don't even speak Macedonian, all right? But walking to and fro from work, I find myself with my headphones in, singing to this song, obviously gibberish. When it gets to that chorus, it is so unbelievably anthemic. There is something so unbelievably addictive about this song. I cannot put words to it, but I mean, I've listened to Pauline loads, not going to give you the numbers. I've had mornings where I've only listened to this. I know. What's Junior Eurovision done to me? North Macedonia is basically luck of the draw. Is their placing. They are second to last. I think its placing has really helped it. I just need to see this live. I know that they've released songs in North Macedonia. I know that this band is part of a TV child's program in North Macedonia that's extremely successful, and part of that has meant that they've released songs in the charts in North Macedonia, which have done quite well. So they have recorded other music. I just don't know if they've ever sung live. And when you've got four people to work with a song that probably does require movement, that can go wrong. So for me, I genuinely feel it's up to North Macedonia. It's up to Daci Muzika, because if they perform this well with the placing and with this song, if anyone is going to give Armenia a run for its money, I've already kind of said Poland, it could be North Macedonia. So it's up to them. So we'll see, because the dress rehearsal started today and I need to watch those, because as I've known from adult Eurovision, my preferences, my taste, my predictions can completely change after watching the dress rehearsals. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. Please do comment below. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do support my channel. Please do press the notification button, because obviously people watching this are into Junior Eurovision and we've still got days to go. And you know, I would like to, before then, give my kind of final top 19 after watching the rehearsals, and I would love the opportunity to also react to the final as well, because I'm definitely going to be tuning in. I'm hoping everyone else is, because it's such a competitive year and there are so many good songs here, and I'm now a bit emotionally invested. I mean, you only need to watch this video to realise that. So yeah, until next time.